Okay, Jerry, this is going to be a function and operations test for the Jagdpanther. Just been going over it, making sure everything works okay. The most important part of this is just to show you how the radio functions. So when you get the tank, I've sent you pictures of where you can put the battery in and the on-off switch that's in the tank. So when you get that all installed and you turn your tank on and close it back up, and you're going to turn on your radio. You got to press these two blue buttons simultaneously, and you may get this message which tells you to put all the switches in the upright position. Once you do, it's going to load all up. We'll test with the just some of the operations before I start the motor. So on this one, just because of the way the sister board was hooked up, elevation is actually left and right on the stick, and depending on how hard you pull the stick over will be determine how fast you get the elevation. But as you can see, it's a pretty nice elevation and depression. It's good for battling. You have machine guns, which are going to be on your top wheels. That's actually supposed to be the turret or the upper hull machine gun. And the machine gun in the hull is over on this side, and you push the wheel down and you can see it light up. Now you can also see that the emitter is putting out signal. Good purple infrared light that you can see on your phone. And the next thing we're going to do is the main gun. Now the main gun is on the right side again, but it's slide the wheel upward. And it's a spring-loaded wheel, so as soon as you fire, you can let go of it and it'll return to the center position. Now we get a reload here, and as you can see, you get a really nice smooth recoil with the Jarlath system that I sell. It just uses a little cheap servo, but what it does that's different from Tamiya and Tegan is that when you fire, the barrel goes in quick, and then it's slower to return to battery, which is more realistic. I really like it. Okay. And now we're going to do lights. Lights is take your left switch here, pull it all the way to the bottom, and then this switch all the way to the bottom, and you'll see the lights turn on. So there's your headlight. I can wheel this around far enough. Let's see if we can get, and the convoy light is actually what it's called. So that's got that. Now, okay, I didn't mean to do that. Because I had this switch in the down position, as soon as I moved it forward, because this switch, which is your engine start switch, was in the down position, it immediately started the engine. So let's play that game again. So the switch, we've got it all up there. We've returned all the switches to the far upright position. Engine start is all the way down. And then with the Clark board system, the pretty much the TK40s and up, you have to actually engage the clutch, which is again this switch. Push it all the way to the top, and you can hear the clutch engage. Now all driving is on the right stick. So forward, depends on how hard you move the stick, as to the speed, obviously. The other thing is, I wanted to show you is we have a smokers. So this is in the idle smoke. This is proportional, so I'm just going to disengage the clutch and rev it up. Turn the engine off, just return it to the bottom position. Let that flywheel spin out. Okay, now the other thing I was going to show you is you can see the emitter, and I put it through this back hatch. So if you just want to show it off as a model or whatever, you can actually slide this forward on the barrel and drop it into this hatch and make it disappear, and everything looks good. And this is your receiver here. And what this is, the Clarkports have this really cool feature that if you can fire a machine gun at another tank that has a Clarkport in it, and it will actually plink that tank. And what it's good for is when you're in battle, you can actually plink the tank across the field, and that tells you you're on target, and then you would fire your main gun. And when the tank gets hit, this is what it looks like. So that's pretty cool. All right, and I think that's about it. The other thing I wanted to show you, though, is you cannot turn the radio off if the tank is still on. You have to, it's a failsafe from flying, is that if the tank or the aircraft is operating, obviously you don't want to turn your radio off because then that kills the signal to it. So they've set up that failsafe that's in this to do that. So the other thing I was going to show you is you'll see this little lockbox here. What that's for is to get into all the other functions. You actually hold that down for a few seconds and then you'll see it unlock. And then you press it again, and that gets you into everything from the reverse, if you need to reverse anything, endpoints, trims, the functions of each channel, the whole 9 yards is in there. Also, your binding to the radio. This is all going to be set up for you. You don't have to, well, it actually already is all set up for you, so you don't have to do anything else to set it up to run it. So basically it's just put the batteries in the radio, put the batteries in the tank, and away you go. And of course you can return the fenders onto the model once you have it turned on and everything up and running. And that's about it.